Hello, everyone. Richella is over here celebrating her victory. Against what? I have no idea. Well, over here, the last we left, the Decepticons were pushing and the Autobots were gathering for a large defense. And they did, right there, and they totally got annihilated. And this entire flank collapsed. And the Decepticons were pushing for the spaceport. Well, the Autobots at their base was left with no choice. So first thing they did was scuttle their defenses. They pulled the 60 units they had back here to these 60 units, gathered up their other defense units, and they made for the spaceport. These Decepticons chased, and the rest of the Decepticon army was right here because they pulled back to allow the Autobots to get to the spaceport because they really didn't have enough units to fight them unless they had the ones that were chasing them. So they parked around the communications tower. Well, when the Autobots took this point, they had 160 some units. And with the Decepticons chasing, the Decepticons had 190. Now, the Autobots originally wanted to pull their forces back from the planets, but they couldn't. They didn't have the communications tower. So the Autobot commander decided to make an attack on the communications. And they did. And it was a big fight, the 160 some against the 190. And at moments it looked like that the Autobots might win. And if so, it would have been a reset and they would have pushed down and started gutting the Decepticon defenses and the War of Cybertron would have ground on. But they ended up after, several exchanges of no one who knew was going to win. The Decepticons got some decisive rolls and they pulled that battle out. And in the 2 rounds it takes to disengage, the Autobots took heavy casualties. And then they ran to our planetary boards. Well, the Decepticons knew the Autobots were coming, so they pulled their Decepticons out to reinforce their positions. And that was a part of the taking of the spaceport. Well, as you can see now, it's a different world. Now, the Autobots on the one flank withdrew to here. The Autobots from the, matter of fact, you see all of the red guys here except the ones that were on the map before. Those are the survivors from the large battle. Like I say, the Autobots took it on the teeth withdrawing. So they came back to Earth and ran off the Decepticons and they landed in Russia and forced the Russians to move back and without attacking them. And we had world peace for a few minutes. And just now the Decepticons has landed. And as you can see, now I've not fought with the units left. So you can see that the Earth units in the different areas are boned. You know, we've not done the battle resolution yet. But I wanted to do this vid to show you the Decepticons have landed on Earth, and they're going to take it. I mean, this is over. I can do this as the last video, or I could do a wrap-up. And in reality, I might as well do it the wrap-up now. They stand no chance. Because over here, in the 10 rounds it takes to get a new base, the Autobots have created a base to where they can try to create a unit. But they don't have any other bases. Now I will, because of this game, I see that there needs to be a base generation rule. So, I'll come up with one, and I would say every 10 rounds, with an X amount of people on one of these colony worlds, that they could probably make a base. So I can come up with the easy rule. Now, you see the really, really shiny, pretty one there? That's the Decepticon leader. Now, in my leader-to-leader combat, the first time that the Autobot and the Decepticon leader hooked up, the Decepticon leader killed him in 2 rounds. So that's why you've not heard much of leader-to-leader combat, because the Decepticon owned the Prime. Let's put it that way. And this was the first wave of Decepticon reinforcements. And they're currently attacking the Autobots' only place to make a unit. And the leader's still down here with a whole lot more, just waiting for the result of it. And, they have one place that an Autobot can make a unit. They have 26 where Decepticons can make a unit on Cybertron. And here's Cyberchella. Smog the Dragon was kind of big, but, oh shit, she's on Earth now. Earth is screwed. So please, little kitty, I love you, Chella. I want to just drag her over here. Why don't you come away from there, sweetie, before you destroy the entire galaxy? Says, nope. Oh shit. I love you, Chella, too. How about if we not do that, honey? Yes, how about if we not do that? So this has been your update. The Decepticons win until the cat attacks. Now, I'm still going to resolve these battles and see how it ends up. And if anything's interesting, there might be an epilogue video. But, I'm basically declaring the Decepticons winners. Now, why I'm declaring what happened, why the Decepticons won. Well, normally in Fleet Risk, you like to take one corner of the board. That way you control a backfield. When the Autobots chose this spot, it technically was the best move under the game rules, as we understood them at the time. But the Decepticons put their base right up their butt and made it to where they only had two ways to go. So when it took for fighting for the rest of the board, the Decepticons had them cut off, was able to strategically get to places quicker. In the very beginning, they ended up getting better rolls and got slightly more reinforcements, allowing them to capture more of the board. And we have another kitty attack on the game right now. I love you too, Chella. Give me a minute. Yes, Chella's kind of busy, and fortunately, right now, these Decepticons are useless, so you can destroy the galaxy if you like. Well, while she's destroying Cybertron, I'm going to wrap this up. Now, I put a little Darth Vader statue on top of the one figure over there for their victory, and you can see some of my containers because, we are about to wrap up the board, and next I'm probably going to do a Warhammer 40K by request, and I did some addition to the boards, and over there you can see our Imperial Communication Array, and we please not. Well, so much for that precious stone. I love my kitty. So yes, I'm going to sit here and while the Decepticons had a victory, Richella is now going to destroy the galaxy. Now everyone, thank you, and please put your comments below and any questions, and I will soon start to do videos on the hard game rules. After Thank you, everyone. Yeah, that's it, Richella. Yes, that's how we shall end this video. And everyone, have a good day.